First at 5. From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
Ebola is a top story in many parts of the nation and the world on this Friday, October 3rd, 2014. I'm Sabrina Alvarez. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Stephanie Matarazzo. Tonight we'll tell you about UF efforts to prepare for a local case and monitor the overall situation. But we start with NBC's Jay Gray and an update on the Texas case and an American journalist in Liberia who's tested positive. Flu shots are now available at the University of Florida. The first wave of vaccinations flooded the UF Student Healthcare Center this morning as students waited in long lines to get their shots. The vaccines were supposed to be administered last month, but shipping problems created the delay. The shots will be offered on campus throughout the month of October while they are still in stock.
Today was a pretty nice and sunny day, but we hear from our weather forecaster that a few storms might be heading our way.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sean Bellefiore has been tracking the storms. Let's go to him now to see where they are. If you want to vote in November, the registration deadline is Monday. You can help decide the governor's race, the congressional races, and more. Unlike 2 years ago when the statewide ballot was bogged down with nearly a dozen complicated amendments, there are only 3 this time, all controversial. There's the medical marijuana amendment, an environmental initiative to force better fundings of land preservations, and one that would give the next governor extra power to fill upcoming state Supreme Court vaccines. To register, you can visit your county supervisor of elections office or website, or go online to yourvoteflorida.com. Thanks to technology, a local man found his dog, but in another state.
You're watching WUFT TV News.
For over 50 years, the Peace Corps have sent Americans around the world to provide and assist. But in 2012, the University of Florida lost the recruitment office budget due to budget constraints. WFT reporter George Perez has more on the Corps' comeback on campus. The International Center will begin interviews for the recruiter's position within the month. A family is reunited, and it's all thanks to a device smaller than a grain of rice. WFT's Stephanie Tinoco has that story. Microchips are implanted in pet skin between the shoulder blades. Microchipping at the Animal Center is $15, and an appointment is not required. Positive job report snapped Wall Street out of a mini slump. The Dow gained more than 200 points today. President Obama welcomed the headlines, but there are concerns about the details. NBC's Steve Handelsman has more.
And it's finally Friday, and it's time for some entertainment news.
Our WFT's Ryan Dumet joins us. Ryan, what's new in Hollywood?
Well, now I'm not a big fan of scary things, but I might go.
Well, I'm going to warn you, the cornfield maze is definitely scary. It spooked me out last year.
Yeah, I'm going to rethink the whole scary thing, but it does sound super, super interesting. Thank you. Well, it might be about time to take your jackets out of the storage and put them front and center in your closet.
Coming up after the break.
Thanks, Sean. Well, Florida football had a bye last week, but they're finally going to take the field again tomorrow. More on UF Ebola game plan and Yale University plan for dealing with 2 doctoral students returning from Liberia. And at 7 o'clock, the PBS NewsHour will give you a global picture of the Ebola situation, plus more on the economic outlook here in the U.S.
Thanks, Sean, and thank you at home for watching WUFT News First at 5.
BBC World News is next, followed by WFT News at 6, and your local news is always on at WUFT.org. Good night.